It's a new, beautiful day on Berm Peak, and it's time to get back to destroying rhododendrons. I could have chosen a property with space between the trees, but no. I purchased a laurel thicket. I used to avoid cutting laurels down, and even put limb sealer on them after pruning. But now, I use a death claw to pluck them from their homes, and deposit their wretched corpses into a heap, where they actually grow back. But as they do, these trail corridors will become beautiful flowering rhodotunnels. I don't actually hate laurels, but they are the crabgrass of the Blue Ridge, and I'm done trying to reason with them. As for this Deathclaw dump truck thingy, learning to use it has been like baptism by combat. As soon as I learned the controls, I was climbing slopes and attempting to build complex shapes. I'm really slow at it, but it's still faster than doing it all by hand. And as we make our way across this hill, Thumbbucket Trail is starting to look like a trail. And this week, at least for a few days, Kevin's back to lend his expertise. Since he now has experience building trails professionally, watching Kevin work is fascinating. Here in the Blue Ridge, drainage is a religion. And to Kevin, it's always an opportunity to build something fun.
Seth said there's just like water coming out of this root, but it's really just like a water spring in the side of the mountain. They just come out everywhere. It's just they continue to be a wet spot until you address it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of rock armoring.
If you need to move dirt to build a drain, you might as well move it someplace fun.
I was supposed to just fixing a little bit of like a water drain issue I saw. And now it's turning into an actual rock feature chipper jump. Maybe that's why I'm here, to do that extra.
Kevin uses all the resources we pull from the ground to make the trail more durable and more rideable. Rocks are actually rare on Berm Peak, but we do come across them. And when we do, they go upslope of the trail so they can be pulled down and used later on. Kevin's rock chipper is the first of many things we'll build with a stone that we're only starting to find now. The rock chipper is right here, about where we made it to in the last video. This week, our goal is to get all the way to the east property line, where we will build our first proper switchback. A switchback is just a hairpin turn that goes uphill, or downhill depending on how you look at it. Thumbbucket will have several, and in fact you could consider our first berm a switchback. But this week we're building one on a much steeper section, and so it will be much more difficult. This week, the goal is to get some downhill. Get a switchback in, get a little run where we have some downhill, because so far we don't have any of that. I'm just gonna be sitting in the machine for as long as I can, and I'm not even gonna try to do any finishing work until we have something to finish.
So what do you think? You think that it worked out well?
I would go sharper cut on the exit and then just get it packed in really good, and I think it'll be just fine. Here it come!
Hold on, I'm joking.
Chefs obviously need to taste their food, and so too do trail builders. To ride these mini features on the spot and make adjustments to them on the spot is just like tasting some soup and determining that it needs more pepper.
Yeah, it's working good. I think we're on the right track.
Good? Oh, dude.
As I continue to cut bench across the hill, Kevin comes in behind me to clean up the parts I can't get with the machine. As I become a better operator, he'll have less and less to do, and we can focus on finer and finer points. Until then, this straightaway is a canvas for us to build crazy wooden crap on later this summer. I can't wait. I'm already at the switchback to get up to the next part of the trail. So we've gone from the berm that's back there all the way to the other side of the property, and then you can see it leads up to there. The learning curve continues. To build a switchback berm here, I'll need to move dirt as I claw the machine up the steepest slope yet. It's scary and a little stressful, but again, it beats doing it by hand. To articulate what is being done here would be pointless, because I can't. This is me learning through trial and error how to get the shape of this thing right. So I guess, enjoy the time lapse. All right, it's getting late, so I'm gonna pack up. But I got this berm roughed out. It's gonna require a lot of handwork. This is not stuff that I can do with the bucket, not with my skill set. But I scammed some people into coming over here tomorrow and doing manual labor. Another digging session in the books, and all the tools get put back in one spot. A rule Kevin implemented. He can't be here tomorrow to help finish the berm, but someone else will. It is yet again another new and beautiful day. Today, I not only have Joe's help, but also Brian's. Last spring, he visited to ride out the pandemic with Alex and I. Then ran off to California with his newfound soulmate, leaving Alex and I feeling scared and rejected. Well, no, but yeah. Anyway, Brian's back and swinging a shovel. The goal today is to get the shape of this berm right and pack it in so it stays together. In addition, I'm benching a little ways before the berm so we have a run-up to get speed for it. Of course, we're doing this all before the rain comes, because it's always a race against the rain on Berm Peak. So we didn't make the back slope or any of this stuff look pretty yet, but we're gonna get in some laps before it rains and try out this trail.
Yeehaw!
But I think for today, that little sapling's gotta go. I've already tagged that a couple times.
Yeah, we're gonna look goofy.
Hey, why are you taking that horse tree down?
We're replanting it for Earth Day.
If we can make the rest of the trail this fun, I'm not even sure I'll be able to process it. To have this in my yard is like the childhood dream I never even thought to have. Not to mention, we haven't even built a kicker for this landing. Or a landing for this kicker. By next week, we'll have Kevin at Berm Peak full time. Thanks Brian and Joe for the slave labor. I couldn't have packed this berm in time without you guys. And as for you viewers, thank you so much for watching these videos. There's no possible way I'd be renting excavators or hiring friends full time if you didn't watch this stuff. Check out the Thumb Bucket playlist to see this build from the start. And consider subscribing so the next episode will pop up in your feed. Thanks for riding with us today, and I'll see you next time.